welcome back to my channel. Today I film my everyday slay makeup tutorial. This is literally what I wear every day when I have no time to like experiment and just take my sweet time and looking like all glammed up and different with cut crease and stuff. So this is more of like my staple look. I know that it works for me. I know my routine. I can get it done in maybe like 30 minutes, but of course for the video I talk to you guys through it and let you know everything that I do, all the products that I use, and also like my eyes were so simple, you guys, like literally 2 eyeshadows, and it just makes me look put together yet really glamorous. Like when I'm not on Instagram or YouTube and I'm out and about, this is what's on my face. Before I keep going with the video, if you are not subscribed yet to our ballerinas family, then go ahead and do so, and don't forget to hit up the little bell button so you know when I'm coming to your feed. So if you guys want to see how you can get my slayed everyday look, then please keep on watching. Alright, so first I'm going to start by using this mask right here. It is by BELLE Beauty. They sent me, like, I'm not kidding, 20,000 of them, and I am absolutely obsessed. These literally wake me up in the mornings, especially when I'm going to get ready really early and I'm going to have my makeup on all day long. This helps my makeup staying on all day, my face feels moisturized, and it just really helps with the longevity of my makeup. So once you take it out, it's kind of folded up like this. And what you want to do is go ahead and open it. It's really moist, so make sure you have like a towelette or something underneath you. And then once it's all opened up on your face, you want to go ahead and put it directly on top of your face. So once you have it all nice and open, you want to go ahead and put it on your face. So once the mask is on your face, you want to go ahead and take your fingers and go ahead and smooth it out from inner corners to the outer corners of the mask. That way it ensures that it's all flat against your skin. Also, you can open up any areas where they are creased or folded up, just to ensure that the mask is flat on your face. That way you can get the most hydration out. So you want to leave the mask on for at least 5 minutes, and then once you take it out, you are good to go. Your skin is feeling nice and refreshed. Now I just went ahead and sprayed some of my Dry Cosmetics Mystified Hydrational Facial Spray, which is really hydrating, even more hydrating than like the Matte Fix Plus or anything like that. So I went ahead and sprayed that all over my face. And to start with foundation, I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever HD foundation. This is the color Y405. I love this foundation so much. It gives me the coverage and it's also really quick. I love using stick foundations whenever I am kind of like rushing or just want to get out the door. So for my everyday slay, this is the perfect foundation for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and buff this out with my Sigma Round Kabuki F82. I love using a flat brush or a round kabuki brush to blend out stick foundations. So I just find that it gives me the most flawless full coverage. And for my everyday makeup look, since I'm probably going to be out all day, like I said before, I really like to use full coverage foundation. So I'm not the natural girl every day, but this is just my everyday makeup. So yeah. I also like to cream contour my face just a little bit. I've been loving my Iconic London Cream Contour Kit. And what's good about this contour kit is the fact that since it is really creamy and buttery, I don't have to really moisture it or like put any drops on it. That's how good this kit is, you guys. If you guys are looking for a really good cream contour kit, definitely recommend using the Iconic London one. Taking my Sigma Precision Angled P84 brush, I'm going to use this to map out where I want my contour. And then of course we gotta snatch the nose just a little bit. Going in with my Sigma Small Duo Fiber F55 brush, I love to use this brush to blend out my contour, especially on the bigger areas of my face, so my cheeks and my forehead. I feel like Duo Fiber brushes, because of the bristles on it, just make it like so much more easier to blend out your cream contour shades than like a beauty sponge or like any other brush. I mean, in my opinion though. Alright, let's move on to concealer now. As you guys know, I'm obsessed with my Tarte Shaded Concealer. It's actually the second bottle that I get. And I love how new it is. So now with this, you can actually go ahead and clean up. You guys, I'm working so hard on my nose contouring game, so bear with me. I promise I'm gonna be like really good at it one day. I'm gonna be taking my damp my damp Sigma 3D HD blender, and I'm gonna blend all of this out. I feel like beauty blenders and like sponges in general are so much better than brushes, especially when you're doing like an everyday makeup look. And also having it clean is a really big important thing, because if you use beauty blenders every day, they tend to get dirty, and if you don't wash it, that's really going to affect how your makeup looks and wears throughout the day. So I've been getting into the habit of just cleaning it really quickly with a bar of soap or, you know, any like cleaning stuff that I have to make sure that it's completely clean. That way my makeup looks better. I don't have any leftover makeup from like the day before or like the week before. So I really recommend that as you guys especially do your makeup like a full face every single day, to really clean and sanitize your brushes, or at least like spot clean them, you know, just to make sure that you're not putting all those germs and like old makeup oils on your face. Now it's time to bake and set the face. I have to do this. I just have to. It's like a habit of mine. If I don't, my makeup will not last at all. So first I kind of just press in the powder around my nose area so that area gets really, really bright, because I tend to get a lot of darkness, especially around my nose. So I put the most of the product there, and then I slowly like fade it outward. And instead of baking, I just press the powder into my skin. So I'm gonna let this powder set for a little bit, and let's go ahead and move on to the brows. Sadly, I don't have amazingly shaped brows, so I have to do like my full brow tutorial. Like I could do like the natural brow, but for my everyday slay, I have to use my pomade. I have to make them look sharp and clean cut. So I start with the bottom of my brow, and then I go ahead and do the tops of my brow. I like to brush my hairs downward for this part. So I go ahead and kind of create my ideal brow that I would love to have if my brows were full. And then I go ahead and move on to the next one. Then we're going to fill it in later. By the way, I'm not going to take credit for this because I saw Nikki Tutorials do this on her Snapchat, and like I never really knew how to do her eyebrows, and I was like, that is genius. You can literally create the shape that you want and not worry about like filling it in as soon as you start doing your brows. You could just make the outline and then fill it in later. It's like coloring the lines, you know? So this is the shape that I would love to have for my eyebrows. And also this is a really good tip if you're trying to grow out your eyebrows. Just make the shape that you want and then pluck outside the lines. So since I don't have hairs like at the back of my brow, like the tail, I make this area the darkest. So that's where I like to go in with the pomade and make it really, really dark. And then I kind of just like use whatever's left to the front. And I start brushing my brow. So now that the brows are pretty much filled in, I'm going to go in with concealer now to really carve them out. I'm just going to be taking a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and my Cut Crease E62 brush. And I'm going to use this to carve out my eyebrows. Alright, we got some slayed brows. The thicker the better, you know what I'm saying? Alright, now to really make sure that they stay in place, I'm going to go ahead and set them with my Benefit Gimmie Brow. Don't know what I would do with this little guy. I absolutely love it so much. Alright, so for my eyeshadow, I like to keep it really, really, really easy because eyes for me take the longest time ever, and I'm trying to go to the door and look pretty and look flayed and not spend a lot of time on my eyes. So today I'm going to be using my Sweet Peach palette by Too Faced. And of course, I just stay with my neutrals. So I'll be going in with these two shades right here, and then I'm going to hit it with a little bit of gold. And let me just show you, right? So I'm going to start by taking my Sigma E40 blending brush. It is like my favorite blending brush to start off my blending. And I'm going to be taking the color Puree right here, which is like a brownish shade. And we're just going to go in and put this color all over the crease and a little bit over our eyelid. And what's awesome about this eye look for me is the fact that I don't have to worry about making like any precision blending or anything like that. I'm just like putting this color all over my crease, and if it gets in the lid, that's totally fine. Now I'm going to go with the shade Summer Yum, which is more of a reddish brown shade. With the same brush, I'm going to apply this directly all over my lid and just buff it out. I'm going to take my Sigma Blending E25, which is like a flat blending brush. And I'm just going to take the same two colors, and I'm going to apply this directly on my lower lash line. And then as I'm getting to the outer corner, I'm going to go ahead and connect it. Now I'm taking my Sigma Pencil E30 brush and taking the shade right here called Nectar, which is like a golden champagne color. Taking my Sigma Spotlight Duster brush, I'm going to go ahead and dust away any leftover powder underneath our eyes, and then buff away the powder underneath our contour. So now to really lock in my foundation and all the products that I use on my face, I'm going to be taking my MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC40. And then taking my Flat Angle Kabuki F88 brush. I have been loving this to apply my powder recently. I just like the finish of it, how it's just pressing the powder onto my face and not just like dusting it away with a powder brush. So I just stipple it all across my face. Really just pushing in the product to my skin. Now I'm quickly going to apply some mascara to my lashes. I'm going to be using my Big Shot Mascara by Maybelline. And then going in with fake lashes. So if you struggle with like putting on lashes, you could totally skip that step and just apply a lot of mascara. But for me, I got it down, girl. I know my angles, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on some falsies. Today I'm gonna be using these lashes right here. They are by LARELLA lashes. This is from London. The packaging though is everything. These are my kind of lashes. They are really like wispy and fluttery. I think they're Mink lashes, which I really, really love. So I'm gonna be applying some duo. I know I changed my lash glue because the other one, I'm tired of like my black glue, literally so tired of it. I'm just gonna trim off a little bit of the corners because it looks a little bit pointy. So I'm being really impatient right now. I really love using like wispy lashes for my everyday because, I don't know, it just really opens up my eyes and makes me look bright and awake. I'm going to be using my Benefit Chic Parade palette. I literally reach for this every single day. So it's my everyday slay bronzer. So I mix Hoola Light and Hoola and just put it on my cheeks. And now I'm taking my medium angle shading E70 brush. You guys know I love this brush to contour my nose. I'm just going to be taking Hoola Light. I don't need to get the Hoola one because it's too dark. And I'm going to contour my nose with this brush. And this, I'm going to be using my KYLIE Cosmetics XRated blush. It is like a pinkish, orangish, corally blush. You guys, I use it every single day I do my makeup. And then I'm taking that with my F15 Duo Fiber Blush Brush by Sigma. I love how matte it is, but the formula is really, really creamy. And it lasts like all day. You know how blush usually like fades out? It's like the quickest to fade out throughout the day, but I have my blush all day long. I spray my face with my Slay All Day and Watermelon by Dry Cosmetics. I'm gonna go ahead and get my face ready for my highlighter. I always like to make my highlight pop and last, so one thing that makes it long lasting for me is using my iconic London Illuminating drops. I don't know what this is, man, it's just magic. So I just take like a little bit or a lot on the back of my hand like this, and then with my damp Sigma sponge, I take it like on the tip and I put this everywhere that I'm going to highlight. So a little bit on my nose, bridge of the nose. It's just gonna make it like a tacky surface for my highlighter to go on top, and it'll make it pop and last longer. For highlight today, I'm gonna be using my KYLIE Salted Caramel. I have not been able to put it down like this, and the blush I'm obsessed with. They were really inexpensive and they're really, really good quality formula, everything I love. I'll be taking my Sigma F42 fan brush, and I think this is my first time using this highlighter on camera, and you guys are gonna love it. I don't know why, but I'm gonna go ahead and set my face one more time. Now for lips, I typically just go in with a matte lip because that's just my preference, especially when I'm gonna be out all day. To all my lips, I've been loving using my KYLIE Cosmetics Dolce K because it is more of that neutral nude lip liner shade. So I just pretty much overline my lips with my lip liner and then go in with the liquid lipsticks. So first I'm gonna go in with the color Peanut. It is more of a brownish nude shade. Pulls a little bit of orange, but it's still like in the nude category. Now I'm gonna go with the color Brunch, which is a nude shade. It's a little bit lighter than Peanut. I'm just put this in the middle. So when it comes to my hair, like on an everyday basis, I either straighten it or curl it. If it's clean, I'll just straighten it, and if it's dirty, like a couple days, then I curl it. But I just washed my hair last night and I blow dried it, so I'm gonna go ahead and straighten it, and then I will be right back. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. I loved doing it for you guys. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and let's get it to like what, 200 likes maybe? 100 likes. Let's give it to 100 likes. And let's start with 100. As always, all the products that I use and mention will be listed down below along with their discount codes, which by the way, I have like 3 new like discount codes for you guys, so don't forget to check it out down below if you guys never check it. There's usually like a bunch of goodies down there, so check it out. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media. That'll be Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. That is all Valorant Beauty. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Mucho besito y abrazos, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!